Hello, Basic Brian, and I'm going to talk about my PlayStation situation right now with my collection and physically. And I have decided to get a lot of greatest hits PS1 games, and I got rid of most of my PS2 games because I sold my PS2 that actually reads DVDs and blue discs still to somebody, and I only have a PS2 that reads blue disc, so I only have a few PS2 games. This is the only one I have with a case. Mojo, a marble game, a little bit like Super Monkey Ball, and I do have a lot of disc only games. And the two disc only PS2 games I have are Crazy Taxi and the Bible game. These are both blue disc. So I decided to get a lot of greatest hits discs with CIB. So I tried to get some cheap ones, and these are my PS1 loose games. I have Galarians. This is a 3-disc game. Survival Horror, Resident Evil copy. And the next one is Shadow Madness, a 2-disc RPG game from Crave. Final Fantasy copy, Final Fantasy 7 copy specifically. And I got Metal Gear Solid VR Missions and Gex, the first Gex game, which was also on the 3DO disc only. I like the Gex game. I'm amused by it, and it's a lot of making fun of spoofing some cliches, some genres in movies and TV. And we got Tomb Raider 1, the greatest hits disc, and Spec Ops Stealth Assault, Stealth Patrol, a kind of realistic military game, third person in a way. Just kind of wanted to check it out a little bit, not thorough into it yet. I don't know if it's realistic, but it's not like an agent thing where you're getting away with stuff. You're kind of like a real guy on the ground, a grunt. And we got Namco Museum 3, very good set of games. And Q*bert, the remake, the original is on here as well. And I think that is my PS1 loose games. And I got a couple of loose PS3 games. I got the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 collection, which has Chain of Memories in 3D, adapted from the Game Boy Advance game. And a DS game that just has the cutscenes and story from that game, and Kingdom Hearts 1, the final mix. And we got the last game in the trilogy of the Uncharted 3 games. I beaten the first 2, but not 3 yet, but I do have it. And this is the only long box PS1 game I have loaded. Kind of an overhead run and gun, Doom-like, third person though. Kind of weird gore fest, kind of going for a little comedy over the top twist to it. Some very non-friendly things to joke about before Columbine, mind you. And all right, we got Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 1, Drake's Fortune. Third person shooters, cover shooters by Naughty Dog. Awesome. Heavy Rain. David Cage film-like game. And we got Beyond Two Souls with Elliot Page and Willem Dafoe. And another cinematic David Cage Quantic Dream game. Silent Hill HD collection. I did finally beat both of these. This says Silent Hill 2 and 3. And I am an Assassin's Creed fan. I have the first one disc only in a GameStop case. I actually beat this copy. And I got this. I do have the Ezio collection on the Switch, but I did decide to buy this. And strangely, this disc also has Assassin's Creed 1 that you could download onto your system. So that is an interesting feature that I didn't need, but it's nice to know that this is there. This is the last of the Assassin 2 trilogy games, the Ezio trilogy games, which does bring the first protagonist from Assassin's Creed in to mix with Ezio. So I haven't played this one at all yet, but I just like to have a copy of it to have with the rest of my collection, and just to have a physical copy of an Assassin's Creed 2 game. So yeah, so that is my PS3 collection, and I'll go over the crown jewel recently, my PS1 collection, which has changed and taken up some room from my PS2 collection. We got a demo here, a jam pack with some classic demos like Parappa the Rappa, Tomb Raider 2, Cool Borders 2, Intelligent Cube. So yeah, I like having a demo. And then we have Tekken 2, a great arcade game, nicely ported to the PS1, wonderful soundtrack, different style from Tekken 3. I had this kind of around when it came out as a very young preteen, or even before that. And this last game is the Grand Stream Saga, a action one-on-one RPG, which is anime-like with a lot of localization as well, from some good Japanese developers. And this is their jump to 3D. Some people hate this game, some people love it. I need to play it more. I do kind of like it. I like the idea of it. I liked the demo when I played it. And now we're going to get into my greatest hits green label games. Itchy Nose. We got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, needs no introduction. This is a recent thing I got for cheap, Activision Classic Games. And there's 30 Atari 2600 games. This is cool because Activision made a lot of the better, more iconic Atari games like Pitfall. Some of the better named games I need to try, like River Raid, Keystone Capers, and that game from the Metal Jesus intro, Hero, is on here as well. So there's a lot of wonderful games on here. Kaboom! And Pitfall is just really iconic for being the side-scroller platformer before Mario. That was notable. And I have Cool Borders 3 from 989 Studios, taking over from Cool Borders 2. I always liked this game. I liked it when it came out, and I still kind of like it. I have Siphon Filter 2, a 2-disc game from 989. A classic third-person shooter for the PS1. This one does have some of those over-the-top agent antics. An interesting story and very cool game. And I have Siphon Filter 1 as well. I have Tomb Raider 2, a greatest hits version of it. Even though I have the collection on Switch, but I just really love these games. I actually finished Tomb Raider 2. I have Crash Bandicoot Warp, Crash 3. I have A Bug's Life, a good 3D platformer. Very primitive, but good, enjoyable, nice property, Disney licensed game. And I have Frogger. This is a remake. It does feel, there are levels that feel like the classic Frogger. I have a lot of problems and difficulties with this game, but it is a good game. I suck at it. And then we have one of my favorite games, Resident Evil Director's Cut. I probably prefer to have the original, but I'm okay with this version. Or I think it's just as fine, just as good. And then last we have, actually there's some more games. We have Air Combat, an arcade game ported to the PS1 from Namco. This is a pretty decent game. It's pretty exciting. It's not technical. It's very arcadey. I really like Air Combat. I had the long box when I originally had a PlayStation in the 90s. So I decided to get it again because it's a pretty cheap game and an enjoyable game. And my last 3 games. This is one of the first PS1 games I saw at a friend's party. It's a good racing game. It was impressive at the time. The Need for Speed, the port, is different than like the 3DO version, but you race top of the line cars and the graphics are still okay. A little jagged, but a good game. I enjoyed playing it, trying to actually qualify and get a flag for the races, and it's not easy. And next we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, PS1 game, and I'm interested in how it's just kind of like a 3D platformer kind of game with the Harry Potter story. I haven't played it much, but I just like that it's kind of Tomb Raider-y and very early but mid-ish PS1, so with voice acting, so I'm interested. I'm in for that game when I get to it. And last I have Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man before the Sam Raimi movie for the PlayStation. This is a pretty cool game with a lot of voice acting and Stan Lee and some cool special features that really make Spider-Man pretty interesting. If you're not really familiar, or if you are familiar as a comic book geek, there's a lot to love. It's well made. It's made by Neversoft, the people who made the Tony Hawk games, and it's a little cheesy, but it's still fun to play and enjoyable game. I liked it when it first came out. And that is my PlayStation situation right now. I changed it up. I got really into buying these on eBay, the greatest hits version. I don't mind how it looks on the shelf. I think it looks kind of cool. I always liked the greatest hits games. I bought them as they were $20, and I didn't really have a job much at the time. I was so young, and so yeah, it's just a pleasant thing for me to collect and have. Thank you for watching. That is my PlayStation situation, 2026, winter, early January. Hopefully it doesn't change and I just kind of settle on this and play these games. Let me know if you want me to do shorts of these games. Maybe I could find some interesting parts. That's all I have, and let me know, what is your PlayStation collection like? Thank you for watching. All the best. Cheers.